Hi guys, and welcome to another video. Now today's video, I'm going to try and make it a 2-minute tips video. Okay, hold it a minute. This is Space Invader 1 from the end of this video. Well, it turned out to be more than just 2-minute tips. So I'm going to actually rename this series, I think, a few minute tips, and then that's going to make a lot more sense. Anyway, back to the video. And yes, I know this is in black and white. Now, why? Well, it's kind of got quite a cool feel to it, but also because all of the stuff behind me, I haven't had time to tidy up the office before making this quick video, so I thought it disguises the mess just a little bit. Anyway, so what's this video going to be about? Now, a while ago, I did a video about setting up Nextcloud All-in-One, and on the forums, there's been a question asked, how can we actually use a Tailscale domain with Nextcloud All-in-One? Now, this can be pretty tricky. Now, a while ago, I did make a video where you can use your own domain name through Tailscale, so the only way you can connect to it is when you're connected to your tailnet. But this isn't the exact question that the OP actually asked here. So I thought, well, I'm going to do a quick 2-minute tips video to show you a way we can actually do this. So I'm going to go across to my data center server here, which is over in Finland, and I'm going to set up Nextcloud All-in-One here. Now, if you've already set up Nextcloud All-in-One and it hasn't gone well and you need to start again, well, what you need to do is just remove all of the Nextcloud containers. So I'm going to remove mine here. And if you had any others like the Apache, the Nextcloud, the database, just remove all of them. Then open up a terminal window and we're going to delete all of the volumes associated with Nextcloud. And so to do that, just paste in this command that I'll put in the description. And what this will do is just search for the Docker volumes associated with Nextcloud All-in-One and delete all of them. So I only had the one there for the master container. So I can close this window now, but remember when you do that, it will delete the data. So next, I'm going to install the container. Oh, okay, so we've got this new patch here, the Unraid patch, which basically keeps our server up to date with the latest patches. So I'm going to install this first. Not that that's actually got anything to do with this video, but a cool thing I think we should all install. Oh, and there we are. We can see here, now I've installed that patch, that there are critical updates available for my server. So I'm going to click accept and install these patches. Cool, so that's all done. Now let's go back and I'm going to do a search for Nextcloud, the all-in-one master container here, and install it. Now I'm using the Nextcloud data directory here, which I already have a share for, and this share is empty. So I'm going to install this. And now we can see here we've got the Nextcloud master container already installed. So now we could install Tailscale into this container, but that's not going to do us any good at all for being able to connect a Tailscale domain to actually the Nextcloud All-in-One, because we need it to point to the Apache port, which is 11,000. And this container doesn't use that, so installing Tailscale into here won't do us any good at all. Anyway, let's open up the web UI of the all-in-one container. Okay, so I'm going to copy here the passphrase and save that somewhere and open the all-in-one login. Okay, so here is where we have to submit our domain name. So what domain name are we going to use? Well, we're going to use the Tailscale domain associated with our Unraid server. Now, obviously, we're going to have Tailscale installed onto the server for this to work. And if I click on my Tailscale here, we can see that's already installed. And now one thing to note, if we go across to settings here and then management access, we can see here, here's my Tailscale URL. So for me, it's andromeda.fox-garibaldi.ts.net. Now at the moment, when I click onto this brings me to the Tailscale login for this Unraid server. So what we can actually do is actually have this so it doesn't actually go to the server, but it goes to Nextcloud instead. Now, this is actually really easy to do. What we're going to do is we're going to use Tailscale Serve. So let's just go back to Tailscale here at the moment. Now, we can't actually enable Tailscale Serve from any of the settings here for the server. So if I open up a terminal window here, and I'm just going to type Tailscale Serve status. And we can see there's no config, so Tailscale Serve isn't actually being used. So what we can do is we can enable it and use it for our Nextcloud. So what we need to do is we need to know the port that Nextcloud's going to use. And we know that because if we look here, in the Nextcloud All-in-One settings here, in the template, the Nextcloud Apache port uses 11,000. So that's the port that we're going to use, that Tailscale Serve is going to actually use. So let's open back up the terminal window. And again, you'll find this command in the description of this video. And so what we're going to use is Tailscale Serve, then --bg, then https:/, then 127.0.0.1. That's basically the local host or the home IP. And then at the end there, you'll see I've got the port number. So I'm going to hit enter. And now we can see here that andromeda.foxgaribaldi.ts.net is being proxied through to the port number that we know Nextcloud's going to be using. So what we're going to have to do as well, we're going to have to add this as a user script in our Unraid server so that every time it starts, it actually does this and enables this on start of the server. So I'm going to close this and I'm going to go to settings here. Now, obviously, you're going to have the user script plugin installed to use a user script. So I'm going to click onto that here and I'm going to add a new script. And let's just call it Nextcloud Tailscale. And I'm just going to paste that one line into here and click save. And then I'm going to make the script always start at the first start of the array only. We won't need it any other times than that. Okay, so we've added the script to run that command. So now let's go to the Nextcloud All-in-One here. And I'm going to put in my domain name. And for me, like I said earlier, is andromeda.fox-garibaldi.ts.net. So I'm going to click on Submit Domain, and now I'm going to download and start all of these other containers. So it'll take just a few minutes for the containers to actually install. So I'll just skip past that bit. And then we'll open up Nextcloud, and as you can see here, that's working perfectly. I'm logged in via the Tailscale domain name here, andromeda.fox-garibaldi.ts.net. So the Tailscale domain is working for Nextcloud. Now let's go across to the Docker page here on the server. And we can see here, here's the port on the Apache container, and that's why we're able to reach Nextcloud. So let's open up a terminal window and let's run Tailscale Serve status. And we can see there that the domain here is being proxied across to the server on port 11,000. Now, there's one thing to think about with this is this domain name now is not going to be able to access the Unraid server's web UI. So if we go across to settings here, and then management access, we can see here, these are the various different URLs which I can access the server from. The one at the top here is an IPv4 address, this one IPv6, and this one a .local address, and here is the Tailscale address. But because we've enabled Serve, this is not going to work anymore for us. This will take us through to Nextcloud. But if we do want to actually be able to use the Tailscale subdomain to access the server, we're going to have to change the HTTPS port that the Unraid server uses. So I'm going to change that to 4443 and click apply. And now we can see the Tailscale URL for accessing the server has got the port number at the end. So now we could just click onto this and it will take us through to be able to log into the server. Now, yeah, it's a little bit of a pain to have to put the port number on the end, but it allows us to use the domain name simultaneously for Nextcloud and for accessing the server. Okay guys, so well, that brings us to the end of this video. So this shows us a way that we can use Tailscale with a container that's managed by something else, so we don't have the ability to be able to edit anything. And in this case, for using Nextcloud, we don't need to buy a domain name. But obviously for everyone using Nextcloud, they would also have to be invited onto the tailnet. So this is great if it's for family, but if you ever wanted to use this for business, well, it's not really going to work for you because no one outside of your tailnet or who you've invited to your tailnet are going to be able to access Nextcloud. So should you send them, for instance, a Nextcloud talk link, that's not going to work. If you send them a link to a file on your Nextcloud server, that wouldn't work either. So it's not going to work for anything to do with the public. But for a private Nextcloud for friends and family, using the Tailscale subdomain, well, it's a totally valid use case. Anyway guys, thanks very much for watching the video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. As always, I want to give a really big thank you to all of my patrons and supporters out there. Thanks guys so much for your support. I really do appreciate it. Now, if you wonder why I haven't released a video in the last couple of weeks, It's because I've been working on a new plugin that I'm going to release, and I think it's going to be really useful to everyone out there. So I'm super excited to get that finished and release that hopefully very soon. Anyway guys, I'm going to have to run, but whatever you're up to for the rest of the day, I hope it's good, and I'll catch you in the next video.